Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 8th. We're looking at the S&P 500. So we had the pretty wild Globex session. We had on the open of the Globex, what happened was there there was news that Iran had bombed U.S. bases in Iraq, and the market had a major sell-off all the way down here to this 3183 area, down to the CPA here. If you look at this, pretty tradable. I mean, it came back up here, sold off, of course, pushed right through all of these, but there was a bit of a pause. So there were pauses, there were opportunities to get short on some of it. A little bit of a sell off here, about 8 points on this. And this sold off a bit from here down to here. And essentially, what happened is that the news probably got a bit exaggerated right at the beginning, and the markets are obviously very emotional and very driven by the emotion of the people actually clicking the buttons and making the decisions, and then algorithms get triggered. And so essentially we had this big selling, and then basically the markets recovered, no problem. And here we are back into the 3240s. So this has been pretty typical, I guess, for what we've seen under the current president. This is pretty much what we've seen here. So let's look here at it seems in a way almost kind of inconceivable that we go to war with Iran, and or we're being having US bases bombed by Iran, and the next day we're setting all-time highs. And that's when you just got to remember that just anything's really possible in the market. So here's the all-time high. These are going to be important if we come up here, bit of a congestion. And then we have up into here. So, kind of one at a time up here. We've got 76 to 83 is a little bit of a gap, but here, these prices right up here, this would be a bit of a congestion, consolidation area, pullback area. So what could we see? We could see it come back up to here, and we could see some selling from that 3250 area, or we could see it push up above, and then of course we have the all-time high up at 63.5. As far as the pullback, we could see it push up into there and see some selling. We could come back into here and we could use this as support. It's very possible. Got to pay attention here to what the markets also use. So this 33 area, the markets use that a bit. Market kind of used this already, used this already, used this already. So these are not ideal. So if this breaks, if we can't hold up here, very easily we could come back to 3210 area, very easily. And then again below that, market hasn't really used either of these KPs, could come back there, back to there even. And then of course, if we were to take out here, probably taking out here would get us back into the 3160s. But the buyers seem to be back. I don't know if we're going to get pushed to new all-time highs today, but they certainly have recovered here. We'll see how the open goes, maybe a push up. But these are the areas you want to keep an eye on, this 35 half area at 33, and then this 30, 33 area. And we really not saying we couldn't use these again, but we really used all three of these. So not super ideal that we would use it again, and we certainly could use it again. And keep an eye on this 16 area as well. And then we could use this 3210 3/4. So not super likely that we use anything down here again. Could see some bouncing from here, some selling from up higher. And then keep an eye down here at this area and see if we can get a push up from there if we were to come down there, but who knows, may never even see that low. So one at a time here today, keep your risk small, and it's going to depend on how things unfold, and if what kind of retaliation there is from the U.S. today and how we see things with that, that certainly will impact the market today. So there you have it. We'll see you in the live trade signals.